Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, I'm going to be going over my first impressions of Calibria Crystal Guardians and kind of covering some of the basics for you if you are wanting to try it out or if you've just started playing it recently and you're curious about some of the beginner tips and tricks that I can kind of walk you through. So yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, obviously 95% of my channel currently revolves around Raid Shadow Legends, and I am still extremely dedicated to Raid Shadow Legends, but, you know, in the meantime, I'm keeping my ear to the ground and trying to provide other types of content that I think might interest my subscribers for things that you might want to try or keep an eye on, and Calibria has been a game that's kind of burst onto the scene recently in the last month or so. I'm starting to hear a lot of people playing it and a lot of content providers covering it. So I decided to go ahead and start playing it here for the last few days and have dove in decently hard, not crazy. I've probably spent like $25 or something. Nothing super, you know, super whale-ish or anything, but I've spent a little bit just to kind of get a grasp and get to a point where I feel like, you know, I've got a foothold in the game and I can, you know, provide some insight on some of the beginner stuff. So first things first, my general impressions so far is it's a pretty cool game. I like the aesthetics of like Diablo and Raid Shadow Legends, like the dark medieval type look is kind of the graphic aesthetic style I tend to gravitate towards. So I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetics, but I will say the longer I play the game, it bothers me less and less as I go. When I first downloaded it, I was like, we've got kittens, and you know, everything's cute and bright, and it's just really not for me. But as I continue playing it and get used to it, it's not bothering me as much. You know, it does kind of make sense in the general philosophy and aesthetic of the game once you start to get used to that look. So it will, if that's the type of thing, if you play Raid Shadow Legends, the aesthetics might throw you off a little bit at first, but from my experience, you know, that will get better with time, and it's not really bothering me anymore. I do definitely still prefer the Raid Shadow Legends type graphics, but it's not like to the point where it's going to stop me from playing the game or anything. So a lot of you probably play Raid if you're here subscribed to my channel or watching this video, and it's kind of similar to Raid. There's similarities and differences. You know, you've got your normal stats, your HP, attack, defense, speed, crit rate, all that type of stuff, and then you've got your skills that are on cooldowns, and you can rank them up. The interesting thing about Calibria is there's actually a skill tree. So like in Raid, you've got your skills, it is what it is. Here, you can actually kind of swap things around and make some changes on certain abilities that'll have multiple different, you know, choices for you to bring into battle. So I do like that. I think that's kind of a cool change. It's always fun to have a little bit more depth to your characters. So I do like that in particular. And Evolve is, this is kind of like a one-time, or maybe it's not a one-time thing. I evolved this girl here, and I don't seem to have the option to evolve her again. So I think it's a one-time thing, and it just turns their stars from yellow to purple, showing they've been evolved. And it's kind of cool. It changes their look and makes them pretty significantly better. It like gives them a boost to their base stats and everything. So again, I like that mechanic. I think that's pretty cool. The runes are gonna be your gear in like Raid Shadow Legends. This is like your equipment. This is your different set bonuses and artifacts that you can upgrade. So we'll see here that I've got this attack rune, slot 1. So your runes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They kind of go clockwise in order of the spot. So you'll see this is attack rune 1. This is attack rune 2. Attack rune 3. It's just going around the clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the stars are similar to Raid. It's the quality of the stats and how high they can roll. So it's basically how good the item is. And then you've got your common, your magic, your heroic. That's your different tiers, like in Raid where you've got the rare and epic and legendary. That's your different tiers similar to that. So the runes are basically what the artifacts are in Raid. And another thing that I think is pretty cool is the sets aren't just one effect, like, you know, every 2 pieces does this, or every 4 pieces does this. So you can see here with this attack set, 4 pieces gives you a 35% boost to attack, but if you squeeze in those next 2 pieces to go for the full 6 piece, now you're going to be ignoring 15% of enemies' defense. I don't know why that's cut off. It might be something with BlueStacks. I'm recording on my PC. I think on my phone it shows the whole thing, but that seems to be cut off a little bit. But yeah, I do like how some of the sets have different effects in terms of if you're willing to go the whole distance and put on 6 pieces. So I think that's pretty cool. And then, you know, you've got your standard, you know, your HP sets, your attack sets, defense, speed, all that type of stuff. All that is kind of similar to Raid, and I haven't unlocked Sanctify yet, so can't really go over that. That's a level 40 thing. The leveling system and ascension system is a little bit different in this game. Now, I'll give you an example. You're gonna get a lot of these like XP cats. I believe your 1 stars max out at level 15, your 2 stars are level 20, 3 stars are 25, and so on. So the leveling system is not just a base 10, you know, 1 stars level 10, 2 stars level 20. It's not like that. It's a little bit different. And when you get these ascension cats, you want to make sure and don't like use them as XP. You want to rank them up and then use them as food. So for this one, if I want to rank this, it's actually called ascending in this game. So you would go to you'd go to info, enhance, and then I want to make this 3-star. I want to change it to a 4-star, and that's actually called ascending, which kind of threw me off because it's a little bit different than Raid. In Raid, ascending is adding, you know, star points to your ascension, so you can wear, you know, jewelry and all that type of stuff and get a little boost to base stats. But in this game, ascending is actually ranking them up from like a 3-star to a 4-star. So then we got to go through, and you know, we're level 25, so we're at our max level, so we need to ascend them to you know, further them as food. So I'll pick a couple rares I don't really use. And now you want to use level 1s, similar to Raid, and then we can actually ascend this, and it will take the 3-star to 4-star, and now we've got our level 1 4-star that we can use to rank up a maxed out 4-star champion. So the food system is similar, but a little bit different. It's worded a little bit different and functions a little bit different, especially in terms of the levels. So that's a lot of like the basics for your heroes and food and how that stuff works. You know, you've got your typical quests and stuff that you can kind of mess around with. You've got your, it is important, just like, you know, every game of this type, do your daily quests, get those free rewards, and the game does seem to be pretty decent about giving you resources and throwing stuff at you, especially when you're new. When you're new, you will see a little icon up here that throws resources at you like every 5-10 minutes. So it's trying to give you incentive to stay logged in and stay on the game. I do love that idea. I think that's really cool that they do that. It's, as a new player, it kind of gives you incentive to stay in the game and keep clicking that button to unlock more stuff. So that does go away. You know, once you get decently into the game like I have, that button goes away and you're not really getting that stuff thrown at you. I wish they would kind of do that permanently. It really gives you an incentive to stay logged in. So I think they found a good idea there. I think they could have done more with it though, but it is cool that it's there. Then if you go into battle, you've got your typical, this is your campaign, and you just want to kind of go through, start on easy. It's pretty standard. It's got your normal, hard, and hell, your 3 different difficulties. At first, I would go through, clear as much as you can to normal, maximize your XP per energy. Then, when you get to a point where you can no longer clear it, I would come back and play on hard. Go level up your runes, restart, play on hard, and it seems to be a little bit better XP per energy as you go up the difficulties. I haven't done like the hard math and really dove into the numbers yet, but it seemed like I was getting better XP per energy if I just reset and went back. And all of these levels drop different sets similar to Raid. You have to click on this little eye, and then you'll see here that this area drops the Blessing 2-piece HP 15% set. And it also shows some champions that can drop, so very similar to Raid. You've got your set that drops in this area, and then champions that are able to drop in this area, and it gets better and better as you go up in terms of difficulty of the stage. So yeah, you start there, you keep progressing, you click on the eye, you get your artifacts. You know, this is probably a pretty important one. You're going to want good attack sets, so you'll be farming Luna Lake as like a new player. Get yourself some DPS, get yourself some decent gear, and be rolling, and that'll kind of, I didn't know that as a new player, so you're already a step ahead of me. And where I started, I didn't know I could like click this eye and see what sets drop. I thought it was just kind of like every set drops in any area. I didn't really know what runes were. It took me a while to figure out, oh, these are like the artifacts in Raid. So if you made it this far in the video, you're already ahead of me when I started. Then we go into the arena. This is, again, pretty similar to Raid. You know, your tokens up here are on a base 10 scale. You use one to duel, and you can refresh every 20 minutes, and then it shows you the player's level. You probably want to go with like the lower levels when you're starting, and then it'll show you their team, and you can kind of assemble your team and go against them. But yeah, nothing really. If I end up playing this game more in depth, I'll try to do more videos on like actual strategies in specific areas. I'm intending this to be kind of a generalized walkthrough. You know, in terms of the arena tokens I just showed you that are 9 out of 10 right here. Then you've got your energy up here up top. This is your like main resources. It's called like Kalianite. I'm probably saying it wrong. Kalianite, something like that. And then your gems. This is your premium currency that you can use to buy scrolls and all of that. It's also got a friends list, which is very cool. You know, us Raid players are used to our game not having a friends list, not being able to send PMs or anything, and you've really got to there's really no like sending resources or anything. So it is pretty cool that it has a friends list, and they kind of suggest you friends from the get-go, and that's what the apply button is here. And what I do is I try to add high-level players, add people better than me, and see if I can, you know, just fill up my friends list, because you can actually use champions of theirs to assist you when you go into battle. So I guess I might as well show you like a battle type scenario of me like farming. So hell, stage 6. Let me assemble a team here. Similar to Raid, you've got your leader, your captain in this game is gonna have an aura that you can use there for your whole team. And then we'll go there, and there. Well, no, let me do a little bit of food. Let me throw. So, okay, so I'll show you that mechanic. So down here is your assist. So when you select your main, these are champions you can use to assist you. So you can pick. Let me throw in everybody who's getting levels. Those two are maxed out. All right, this person will get levels, and then we'll use this champion here to assist me. And what this means is if somebody on my team dies, this champion that is in the assist slot will kind of be a tag team. Like, okay, you died, I'm in, let's keep going. So let me pop this to ×3. There is a way to stop it from doing that. This is like my first time playing it on BlueStacks, but there's a way to, no, not that. Oh well, I'll figure that out later. I do love how the turn meter on the right shows you what order they're going to be coming in. That little sword on the right, that's showing you the order that everybody on the battlefield is going to be, you know, using their turn in, basically. I love that. I wish that was in Raid and other games like this. It kind of shows you how fast they're moving, who's coming up next, and what order everything's going in. So that little meter manipulation thing on the right is awesome. And there you saw the sub in. That's the friend list support champion that came in and just wrecked that last wave after I lost one of my level up foods. So that's a pretty cool mechanic. I like that. Then at the end of the stage, I actually got a 3-star drop, so that's really good. And I got some Kalianite, and I got 1 stamina back. So it's kind of a, yeah, at the end, then you can choose go again or next stage, go back home, all of that type of stuff. So that's kind of, you know, just showing you a normal battle, what it looks like, and the support mechanic in terms of why your friends list matters. You can send resources to each other like once a day. I don't think you get to pick. I think you just click send and you kind of support each other and, you know, get random goodies from that. I haven't dove into that whole system yet. I haven't even joined a clan yet. I'm just kind of trying to walk you through the beginner basics. The coffer, this is where rewards of yours go. I don't know why this is giving me, oh, affinity, that's why. Yeah, so these are the friend gifts right here. Maybe used for affinity summon. And boom, you've got your offers. You know, I haven't bought anything super expensive. I think I bought a couple offers for like $10 or $20, but haven't dove in and spent that kind of money yet. The wish mechanic is something I do want to cover because this is really cool. every certain amount of time, every few hours or so, you can click this wish button, and it's going to give you a random reward. It doesn't seem very random to me. It seems like it's always 20,000 Calionite, or one of the lesser rewards. But hey, there we go. We got 30 stamina. That's pretty cool. That's definitely better than 20,000 Calionite. But I do like that mechanic in general. So now I'm above max energy. I've got to go, you know, spend that real quick here to get below max energy so that I'm accumulating resources. You know, I love to try to be efficient, stay below max on your tokens and your energy so that you are constantly in a state of generating resources. And then it's showing me, it shows you exclamation points. If there's something for you to do, you can click send all, and it'll send to one of the new friends I just added. And in terms of if you're gonna spend any money, what's the best thing to buy as a new player? I would say it's probably the growth plan. There'll be a growth plan ×2. I would scoop up the growth plan ×2. Shout out to my friend Jay Giggs. He had been playing this game for a few days when I dove in, and I asked him what was the best kind of. So I don't want to steal his tip and claim it as my own. So definitely giving him credit. But yeah, I bought the growth ×2, and it basically doubles your rewards. It seems like insane value for a game like this, and definitely better value than anything I'm used to getting in games like this. So that's probably the one thing I would recommend buying is the growth plan ×2. If you are going to be looking to spend any sort of small amount of money just to progress as fast as you can. And what would any video like this be without showing some summoning, right? I mean, that's the most fun part. And this game does seem decent about the summoning. If I go to my heroes, we can see here that I've already got a couple legendaries. They call them Nat 5s in this game and genre, but I've already got 2 legendary / Nat 5s, and I've only been playing for a couple days, and I haven't spent a whole lot of money. I don't know if I've gotten insanely lucky, but it seems like I have. I had horrible luck when I started out in Raid, so I think it's kind of evening out a little bit, and I've been pretty lucky so far in Calibria. So I've already got the Lich King here, very good damage dealer, and I've got Medusa. That's my 2 Nat 5s, you know, basically legendary champions that I've got. I was 1% to get them out of summoning scrolls, and I haven't really pulled that many scrolls, and I already got 2 of them. So yeah, pretty cool there. The summoning seems to be a little bit different, and it's been really good for me so far, but admittedly I may have just gotten like super lucky. We'll see here. So I'm gonna pull. These are like the lesser tiers. This is like your mystery shards in Raid. These are lesser tier ones. Gonna be mainly, you know, used for food to kind of help you level up champions. I'll pull these first, and then I'll get into the more rare ones that are kind of like ancient shards in Raid. All right, so there's that, and then I can pull 10 of them. So basically on these, you're hoping for 3-star champions. Similar to Raid, when you pull mystery shards, you're looking for 3-star champions. And we pulled 10, didn't get any 3 stars. That's pretty common. We're mainly just using the unknown summon scrolls for food. Now, Mystic Scrolls, these are how I got my 2 Nat 5 legendaries. It was out of these, and I got insanely lucky because I haven't pulled that many of them, and I already got 2 of them. So let's pull these and kind of see what we get here. All right, so that is a 3-star. Not what we're looking. We're looking for 4 and 5 stars out of these. And there's no way for me to speed this up, or at least not how I know. Otherwise, I would do it. Card Envoy. Okay, another 3-star. I haven't dove in enough to know what 3 stars are good, etc. Haven't been playing long enough to know that. I'm just looking to acquire epics and legendaries right now. Firefox. Hopefully, we'll get at least 1 epic, right? Well, that looked fancy. Hey, Holy Swordsman, there's an epic. So yeah, pretty good there. I'll have to dive in and kind of see how good he is. And it shows you the whole skill tree and their base stats and everything. So yeah, all right, cool. Not bad. It'd be kind of crazy if we got a legendary or something. Or, sorry, a Nat 5, I should call him here. That's a Firefox or something. Yep. Mozilla's gonna, you know, hit him with a copyright strike on that one. Firefox? Mozilla would like to send you a sternly worded email about that. Mummy, okay, another 3-star. I'll have to go through the 3 stars at some point and figure out which ones are worth, you know, ascending and ranking up and stuff. The Magic Witch, okay. Give me one more epic at least here. Alright. And last one. And then I'll kind of give you my closing thoughts. And we'll wrap this up here. That looked fancy. Right? Hey, another epic. We'll take it. Not bad. We got 2 epics. A defense epic. Very good. I'll take that. Yeah, so out of the 9 scrolls, I got 2 epics. And I've already gotten 2 legendaries or nat 5s out of pulling not too many scrolls. So my summoning so far in this game has been pretty good. Alrighty, so yeah, in conclusion, I think Calibria Crystal Guardians is a pretty good game. It's something I'm playing pretty casually right now, but I am into it, and I'm gonna continue playing it. So I would recommend trying it if you're looking for something to do, if you're bored. I'm still gonna be treating Raid as my main meat and potatoes of my content and my main game that I'm playing for hours a day, but something to mess around on, before I fall asleep at night, or when I wake up, or when I'm bored, or got some free time and I'm out of energy on Raid or something. This is definitely something I'll be diving into and playing more of. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you've played it and what you think, and if you're more advanced than me, any tips you have, drop it down in the comments, not only for me but for other people. And if you want to see more content on this, let me know. If you just want me to stick to Raid, let me know. I always want to do right by you guys, the subs, and make content that you're interested in watching. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.